Hello and welcome to the video for 6th grade for Wednesday, April the 29th. This is going to be a bit of a different video. I have an extra lesson that is accounted for on Wednesday, and I don't remember if I even pulled the pages for it because of the way it shows up on my schedule. So, this lesson exists, we need to talk about it, but I'm just going to use the homework problems to talk about the information. So we're continuing this idea of working with statistics. And so with that said, what we are working with on this is actually reading the table, finding the frequency of different things and putting them into either dot plots or frequency tables. So this would be an example of a dot plot similar to a line plot that you might have done in 3rd grade where we would take the x's and put them above for each thing that we have. So with that said, I went ahead and completed this part so that we can answer the question. So the number of pages, what number does she read most often? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 15 pages. So 15 pages, and the reason why is I have 6 results for that. So of all of my data points, I have 20 different data points. 6 of those are all the same number. So a frequency table is going to take this information and then it's going to relay it in a number. A relative frequency table is going to do something similar to that, but it's going to give the percentage of the total for that as a comparison to the whole. So I'm not going to actually fill this one in. I'm going to give you 2 different ways that we could talk about that. So first of all, let's do number 3. So for all of my results, 10 through 13, I could draw a little line here. Actually, I'm going to draw a red line here. So everything in this section here is going to be what I'm counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We did something like this in earlier years. The next one, 14 through 17. We could draw another one here. And so we're counting everything inside this section. And so as I get the wrong thing pulled up, thanks Windows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for this one. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the last one. And so a frequency table is just going to tell us, if I had filled this out properly, it would be pages read for this, and then the frequency, and then we have our numbers that go with that, and then we would have the number of results here. So we can do something similar with this. Now, if I were to change this, out of 20 total results, and I make this 10 through 13, my percentage of the number of results that fit in this range would end up being this times 5. So I could have 35% here, or 40% for here, or 20% for here. So in the lesson, they had actually given an example where there would be more than just 3 different things. So really quick, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. So if we wanted the percentage of results that were 10, it would be 0. This one would be 10. This one would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 5%, 5%, 30%, 0%, 5%, 10%, 5%, 5%. So 1 out of 20 is 5%. We talked about that at one point earlier this year, trying to use that as a way to help us figure out things, converting fractions to decimals. So number 5, frequency table shows the ages of the actors. What percent is 10 to 12 years old? So I have a total of 40 results. So that would be 2.5% per result. So 10 would be 25%. This one would be 20%. Yeah, 2.5% each. So this one would be 20%, 40%, 45% for that. Just making sure I've got that right. That's, it should be 55%. I thought something was weird there. Sorry about that. Yeah, 42. Yeah, so 22 out of 40, it should be 55%, not 45%. All right, so number 6, explain how dot plots and frequency tables are alike and how they are different. So how they are alike, we are using the same information. We are grouping together things for a frequency table typically. So instead of looking at this, and I have one for 7 and one for 8 and one for 9, and we can see each number individually, this is going to kind of group it up into smaller groups. So use the same information. Frequency tables show more grouping, and then we also do a percentage thing with that. We don't normally do that with this type of plot, dot plot. So number 1 on the back shows the number of hours. How many hours is this person most likely to babysit? That would be probably this one. Or if we wanted a range, we could also say 6 or more hours, because we have this and then we've got this. So you could group it together, or you could say that we're just choosing that one result. You kind of get to choose how you want to answer that one. And then number 2, frequency table. What percent gives the movie a 4-star rating? We have 6 out of, let's see, make sure I actually do this correctly this time, 13, 20. So 6 out of 20 would be 30%. So that is what we were working on for today. I just wanted to take a few moments to go ahead and go over that. In case you don't have that in your packet, I do apologize, but I think that's something that we need to go over and cover to make sure that we're ready for when you would have to do that again. So our next lesson will be on Thursday. So this is kind of a combo of doing the lesson and the homework at the same time. So don't worry about that. I'm not even going to worry about a Google form for this one. This is kind of our day off, but not really, because we have so many things that we have to cover. So to make it up for you, there's no required turn in for this one. Just check in with me on Google Classroom if you can't be on the conference call, and we'll be good. So hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.